Yeah, so we're seeing here the very beginning of the parade in Carrick-Fergus coming towards where we are situated here down at Joymount. But Gavin, do we know what that flag is?
Well, it is. That is King William's standard. That is there's a beautiful little kind of sort of engraving of the Dutch ships in the bay here by Carrick-Fergus, and that is the standard that is being flown from the King William ship. So that is basically what we have. A group is a very convincingly good group of reenactors here at the head of the parade. And
there's, of course, the Irish Wolfhounds there as well.
Yes, which with our modern-day Royal Irish Regiment. Indeed, unfortunately, the mascot Connery, Brian Boru 10, passed away a few days ago, which is very,
I saw
sad
that.
to see.
That was very sad because he is, as you say, an iconic symbol of the Royal Irish Regiment.
Yes.
My goodness, that's some flag to be carrying.
Isn't it?
Normally it's difficult to carry a flag in the wind, but that is certainly a difficult flag to carry today. It's almost the size of a banner for one man.
For one man to carry, yes. The interesting thing is that you'll notice this in the 17th century, you didn't have a pole that was very, very tall.
Basically, it's quite short.
It's quite short, and you would wave it. And so you could wave the flag very, very, very sort of graphically. And you can see the size of the colours, although I should say the colour really, that it is. And of course, this is to identify, if you're in battle, of course, you know, there are certain things that will identify and bring you to your officers. If they are drum beats, there are fife calls, and of course there's the standard of the flag itself.
And if that's King William behind, he nearly lost his hat there.
It is blustery. I'll give them that.
Yeah. It is blustery, and so Dougie is at the start of the parade, and we're hoping that the parade's going to join us down here at Joymount very soon. But as you can see from the photographs there, it is quite a blustery day, and people are having to battle with the wind, but at least it's dry, as we always say in Northern Ireland. Could be worse. It could be raining. And so at the head of the parade, who will be at the head of the parade then, Gavin?
Well, at the head will be the district officers. So we will have the...
and which district is leading?
No, sorry, yes, of course. Because effectively, because we're in Carrick-Fergus district number 19 is leading the parade. And then effectively, if all goes according to plan, it'll be Larne district number 1, then 6 Mile Water district number 10, Antrim district number 13, Staffordshire district number 15, Calais number 17, Randallstown number 22, Cloughfern number 24, and finally to round it all off will be Carnmoney district number 25 with 5 lodges. And so the largest on parade today will in fact be Larne district at 19 lodges.
Excellent. And the 12th of July demonstration, the last time it was held in Carrick-Fergus was in 2012. Normally it's held every 10 years, but because of the COVID delay, that means that they're here now in 2024. And an arch has been built here where we are in Joymount Link Road. It was opened on Wednesday the 3rd of July during the Carrick-Fergus's Somme anniversary parade, and it's the first orange arch to be built in the town since the 1990s, so it's really good that we can see the arch here. And if you're watching your screen now, you'll see the split screen of people in anticipation waiting for the parade to reach them. Dougie's with the head of the parade, Dougie and Charlie, and it'll take about 15 minutes to get down to us here at Joymount, as we understand.
I mean, it is quite a long parade route. Although Carrick-Fergus, the centre of the fortified town, if you like, the walled town, is quite small. It's heading up from Northlands, from the North Road. It'll go all the way through the ancient part of Carrick-Fergus, come back past us here at Joymount, go on down through Scotch Quarter, turn, come up the new Marine Highway. And it's interesting to note that for anybody who's watching and thinks Carrick-Fergus has always had this strange kind of separation between the castle and the town, it hasn't. The Marine Highway has completely changed how Carrick-Fergus actually operated as a town.
Yes.
And then as the parade goes down the Marine Highway, it'll head up towards Woodburn Playing Fields, where the field is in the demonstration field. That's where everybody goes for their refreshments and to hear the speeches at the end of the day, the resolutions.
So just to explain for people who aren't familiar with Orange parades and Orange demonstrations, demonstration. So they assemble at a certain point, and we're seeing the bands leaving the assembly point now. They parade through a circuitous route to the demonstration field.
That's it, yes.
And then at the demonstration field, what happens?
At the demonstration field, you will hear a series of resolutions, usually for faith and for loyalty and God. And so basically, it all ties in the very principles of the Orange Order itself. And there'll be a particular resolution, which is sometimes, I believe, the Orange Lodge the Grand Orange Lodge will say, today this is going to be a theme of our resolutions on all the stadiums and at every demonstration across the province. The theme might be D-Day and sacrifice and loyalty to the Crown, and that will be the theme reflected across the fields and the demonstrations today.
Yeah. So there's those three resolutions, as I understand it, and one of those is quite political because it's about the state.
There is always about the state of the country and how unionism, in particular, feels about that.
Yeah, and but there'll always be a faith element as well.
There is a very strong
Almighty
element,
God,
yes,
and then the third one is to the monarch, of course, and loyalty to King Charles and to the monarch.
Yes, so I mean, all of these we'll see reflected across the province today and elsewhere whenever the 12th is being held.
Yeah, it's the same resolutions throughout the 18 demonstrations which are being held right across Northern Ireland. The largest of the parades taking place today in County Armagh, in Killyleagh, and then throughout all of the other counties in Northern Ireland. Of course, the County Donegal 12th in the Republic of Ireland was held on Saturday in Rusnowla, and that's always a very relaxing day.
It is, and you always get the shots of the brethren after the parade dipping their toes in the sea, which is always...
I'm not sure we'll be dipping our toes in the sea today.
I don't think that'll be... I quite like the idea of being by the seaside, Arlene, but I don't really fancy going anywhere near it.
Belfast Lough is a little bit cool today. I think we'll not venture onto that today. So the parade is winding its way towards us here. I wonder what Baron Carrick-Fergus would make of all of this.
I wonder,
Gavin.
Indeed, to be quite honest, and certainly what he might make of the lambegs. I can't hear the lambegs, but we always know you see them. And apparently there will be an awful lot of lambegs in the parade today.
But lambegs is more of a County Armagh phenomenon, is it not?
I always associate the lambeg with County Armagh.
Yeah.
But according to what I've been told, there will be a lot of lambegs on display. So we can live in hope.
We live. Well, you can
I live in hope.
I prefer a nice accordion band or silver band, but you live in hope of the lambegs.
I do, because I have to admit, because effectively the lambegs came to Northern Ireland again, right where this town. When Schomberg arrived with his Danish troops, there was effectively a Danish battle drum which came. It's a variation of that, which the lambeg is. What we see on parade today is actually a drum which was made in the 1870s, first recorded coming out in the 1870s. And the interesting thing is, of course, these drums are so goat skin and very difficult to make. The craftsmen spend weeks upon weeks making these drums, so they are quite a finite source. And of course, on the 15th of August is Hibernian's Day, which is the opposite to the 12th. But these drums are frequently shared between the Orange and the Hibernians, and certainly they used to be in the past. And frequently what used to happen was they just would change the dressing on the front of the lambeg. Certainly in rural parts of Armagh, you would end up taking your orange lilies off in July and then they would be replaced with green ribbon or whatever it might be in August.
True cross-community work there.
Absolutely.
Well, I think what we seen there was Knocker accordion band. That's something I always like to see. I used to be a member of Rosslea accordion band in County Fermanagh in my youth, and as a result I'm slightly biased towards accordion bands, and they're leading Monkstown True Blues LOL 508 and Green Island Temperance LOL 1552, and the parade has stopped now. Happened pauses in the parade, and Bennett's Chosen Few, LOL 553. They're with the Ulster Grenadiers Flute Band. We saw them earlier on.
We did indeed, and they're actually one of the oldest lodges in Carrickfergus. Their warrant is supposed to have gone back to about 1798, although the lodge that's currently constituted is a 19th century, early 20th century.
So they've just unfurled a new banner on the 24th of May.
That's right.
Of this year, so we'll look forward to seeing that being flown for the first time here in Carrickfergus. And then behind them will come Woodburn Ebenezer Lodge 787.
That's right. Followed by the lodge we were talking about earlier, Kilroot True Blues 1544. We've seen those arriving at the start of the day. They will hopefully be followed by John Cross Memorial 1562 and the Sir Henry Inglesby Fife and Drum Band.
That's the accordion band playing there. That's Knocka accordion band, and of course Knocka is the very large escarpment behind Carrickfergus and Green Island.
It is. Again, known as sometimes, earlier maps will just refer to it as the Knocker. So a bit like Carrickfergus, the Knocker has become like sort of, again, part and parcel of local kind of parlance around here. They know to refer to that as a sort of large mountain range, if you like.
Yeah. I'm not sure to which mountain.
Well, you know, coming from Flat County down, it's a large hill.
A large hill. And Knocka has a monument on top of it, and it's I think it's in memory of particularly the RAF up there.
It is.